Who should I start with? Sujata Paul ji, can I ask you this? Now, the man is 74. The man is saying, look, I'm unwell. I've been medically advised to take rest. So based on my health conditions, I'm putting in my resignation. Why can't we take that resignation at face value? Why all these conspiracy theories about, impeachment motion, siding with the opposition, etc., that all of you have been floating in the last 24 hours?
Good evening, Shreya ji, to all your panelists and to your audiences, and it's great to be on your show again. As far as the Honorable Vice President's health is concerned, we all wish him well, and there might be dissent, argument, and if somebody is doing something which the opposition feels is not right, we have every right to get that corrected, get that checked, and that is exactly what we were doing. But we are not vindictive. We cannot understand why these things are happening the way they are. And you just spoke about that video which has gone viral, and it's very important to talk about it today, because there he had said that I will, resign, but only in August 2027, subject to divine intervention. So that's the first point. If he was going to resign when he would be 75, he would complete the age of 75, where the BJP sends, or rather the Prime Minister and Mr. Amit Shah have been sending people into the Margdarshak Mandali. He was pointing to that. But the second point is, even more important, that the Prime Minister's non-post regarding his resignation, he could have been more gracious, more kind, because this was a man who was actually praising the government since 2014, but that didn't happen. He was speaking about the farmers, and for that he will always be respected, because the farmers' condition was something that the BJP was untouched by, but he spoke for them.
Okay.
Third point, there is going to be no farewell for him. Fourth point, Mr. JP Nadda yesterday actually said in Parliament that जो मैं कहूँगा वही record पे जाएगा, आप लोगों का कहा नहीं जाएगा, which is so shameful, because it is the chair that decides on this. The most important point, and the last one, which you mentioned about the Business Advisory Council, there was one meeting at 1 o'clock, 12:30, and then 4:30, and he had to postpone it to the next day, because for the first meeting, Mr. Kiran Rijiju and Mr. JP Nadda were present. Second, they were not, and they did not inform.
So essentially, then your point, Sujata ji, is that the government humiliated, insulted the Vice President, who is also the chair of the Rajya Sabha. He felt angry, he felt insulted, which is why he put in his resignation, right? That is the crux of your argument. Here's what I don't understand. This was the man you were gunning for 6 months ago, calling him the most biased Rajya Sabha chairperson in the history of this country. I would have said you'd be happy if he had stepped down. Now you have conspiracy theories floating around. Give me a minute here. Give me a minute. JVC Sreeram, everything that happened yesterday night. But what said tongues wagging is also the Prime Minister's tweet. I'm going to read the Prime Minister's tweet. Now, this is a Prime Minister who's fairly effusive, right? And he's, especially when it's Twitter, especially when it's wishing someone good health or wishing them goodbye, he's very effusive in his words. This is what he puts out about Jagdeep Dhankhar. He says, Shri Jagdeep Dhankhar ji has got many opportunities to serve our country in various capacities, including as the Vice President of India. Wishing him good health. Cryptic, non-personal. Who would believe, after seeing this tweet, JVC Sreeram, that it was not the Prime Minister himself who asked Mr. Dhankhar to go?
Good evening, Shreya, and good evening to my fellow panelists. See, I don't want to get into speculation. It would be unfair on my part to speculate and give out anything. But all I would like to ask is, I am extremely appreciative of the gesture of the Congress spokesperson here, Mrs. Sujata Paul, who has come. She seems to be, appreciating and edifying Mr. Jagdeep Dhankhar. Wasn't it the opposition party which literally mocked him, abused him, and today's leader of opposition was taking a video outside the parliament, and the office of the vice president of this country, the chairman of the Rajya Sabha, was mocked was abused, was body shamed. I use this word with responsibility. Body shamed. Was this the same opposition party which wanted to bring an impeachment or a no confidence motion against Mr. Dhankhar?
Okay.
Would they disagree on that? Because I agree. Something must have happened, and you'll come to know. In politics, as you rightly mentioned, Franklin Roosevelt said, nothing happens by accident, everything happens for a reason. We will come to know. Before we come to know, I don't want to jump the gun and draw conclusions. It would be unfair on my part.
But Mr. JVC
what I would like to
Sreeram,
ask
you
you,
too,
where was
like
the
most of
Congress
us, Mr. Sreeram, you too, like most of us, don't believe it was for health reasons that Mr. Dhankhar put in his papers. He was possibly asked to put in his papers.
So, see, that's what I'm saying. I do not want to speculate at this point in time, but unfortunately, Mr. Dhankhar, I have two things. Mr. Dhankhar had recently attended a golden jubilee function of a college institution, I think in Nainital, and he probably fell down and there was a first aid which was given. That was something. But at the same time, he also heard the same former vice president saying that I will continue in my position till August 2027. So all I would like to say is, let's wait for some time. But opposition to take this issue and say, edify Mr. Dhankhar, 6 months, 8 months back, they are the ones who abused him, body shamed him, brought in a no confidence or an impeachment motion against him. Such an opposition party does not have the grace to speak what they're speaking today. And that's the point which I want to raise.
But many people can argue that there is no grace in asking a 74-year-old vice president to quit before his term is over either, right? That is the other side of the argument that can be given. But